paintings na ito sa mga pader ng buildings. Baka pamilyar po kayo sa ilan na ito. Nagiging IG-worthy tuloy ang mga locations na yan at ang daming nagpapapicture. At ngayong umaga, makakasama po natin si Ingrid Valerie, ang artist responsible for these artworks. At nandito na siya. She's busily creating an artwork for Kada Umaga. Hi, Ingrid. You can go right ahead. Don't mind me.
Hello po.
Hi. Good morning to you. So, of course, this is a very miniaturized version of the kind of art that you're used to doing in buildings all over the world, hindi ba? Hindi lang sa Philippines.
Opo.
Oo. Where have you made murals?
So overseas, I've made murals in Malaysia, and I got to pass by Singapore, although I grew up there. Pero mostly Philippines po talaga yung murals ko.
Nice! And how would you characterize or describe the kind of art that you paint sa mga sides ng buildings?
I really like being colorful, so I work with a lot of pop art, and as well as, I guess, impressionism, kung ano lang gusto ng client or ano lang din mapagtripan ko.
Ayan, no?
Yeah, but I work with, as well as a lot of people. Mga girls usually, yung subjects.
At saka yung medium, usually sides of buildings, what else?
Mostly, wait lang, walls, and recently I got to work with a lot of ceilings. And,
Ceilings. Grabe
and
na. Di ba?
parang,
What else?
mga slope. Sa Tagaytay po kasi may slope, so road. Tinatapakan talaga yung mural. Opo, so ayun, like all surfaces talaga.
Aha. Bakit ito ang naisip mong gawing medium for your artworks? Na-bore ka ba sa masyado maliit?
Opo, so actually I found them really, ang tagal matuyo, sige. And then parang palipat-lipat ng place. So sabi ko, my work can be permanent, like all of the walls around here in the studio. Sabi ko, I would love to have my piece permanent in one place. Tapos, every time I come back to that place, nandun lang siya. Whether it be 2 years, 5 years, nandun lang siya, hindi siya gagalaw.
Diba? Yun nga yung maganda doon. At mas maraming nakakakita at nakaka-appreciate, diba, Ingrid?
Yes,
You don't have to go to a museum. It's not kept in somebody's home. It's out there for everyone to enjoy.
Yes.
And hindi, bagets na bagets, hindi ba? Yeah. Ilan taon ka lang ba, Ingrid?
I just turned 18 po.
So, kailan ka nagsimula? Nung fetus ka? Ganun ba?
I started to really take mural seriously when I turned 16. So, yeah.
Okay. Galing. Sige nga, Ingrid. Pwede mo ba kaming, ano bang balak mo dito sa...
Ano kaya? Actually, I have not thought of a concept, but maybe I want to like incorporate Kada Umaga as well. So, I think later makikita niyo yung mga concept na on the spot ko lang magagawa for you guys.
Okay, in order to fill up an entire side of a building, how long does it take you?
It depends on the medium. So, pwedeng brush, pwedeng as well as spray. But,
okay. So, yun ang mga ginagamit mo. Minsan
Yes.
brushes, minsan spray paint.
But it can really range from either a day to a week. The longest I've done
A
is
day
1
or
month.
a week?
Or the longest I've done is 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah. So parang,
Gano'ng kalaki yun?
tatlo ni siguro nito. 1, 2, 3. And so it's about 40 feet up.
40 feet? Nakaka-nervyos. Hindi ba nakakatakot yun, Ingrid? Baka mahulog ka.
Naka-harness naman po.
Meron mga ganong concerns, merong safety concerns, baka mahulog.
Apo.
Meron ding ngalay concerns. Hindi ka ba napapagod na ang laki-laki?
Parang andun na rin yung thrill nun, and the fact that you're able to paint such a big piece in a short time. Kasi iba po pag detailed, and iba pa rin yung feeling na, did I just finish this giant wall and it's mine. Like sa akin siya, and I can be proud of the thing, the thing I painted. So.
Oo. Paano, Ingrid, halimbawa, di ba, when you're painting something so big, you cannot see the entire thing until you take several steps back.
Okay, yes.
Diba?
Yes.
So, paano mo yung ginagawa? Naka-harness ka na nga, nakatungtong ka pa sa scaffolding or I don't know what. What do you use? Scaffolding or parang...
Both.
Parang yung sa glass cleaners.
Ladders, and even nag-harness kami. I've never done like a scissor lift or nag-hanging before. So parang, ilang steps to. Sige, bababa ng scaffolding, sanay na. Lalayo, tatakbo, babalik. Uy, there's something wrong sa mata. And then, most of the time, I just call my assistant na medyo malayo. Uy, picture mo nga. Nasa mata ko banda. Sisend niya okay.
Ayun.
Check namin sa phone.
Tama.
For
Very
differences.
good. Kailangan meron ka talagang associate.
Opo.
Anong sinasabi ng parents mo about this kind of art that you got into?
Gastos. Magastos po because all of the things I earn, all of the money I earn, parang umuikot lang din po kasi sa arts. So, but overall, they're really proud. Supposedly, hindi to nga po siya, but she's busy with work. She's proud that I'm able to fund myself and support my arts, but also with a lot of her support. And sabi niya, sana makasave up ako and matuto ko paano gumamit ng pera para may mapuntahan naman po yung mga ina-earn ko.
Tama. I'm sure it's just a matter of time. You've only been doing it for 2 years and
Yes,
already you're being commissioned to do it all over the world, di ba? Paano pa nga pala? What kind of paint do you use? This is...
I use acrylic. We're not going to drop any brands, but
Oo.
any type of water-based acrylics will work. Since we're going to be using wood, dapat enamel po talaga. But
Oo.
I recommend anything works as long as it's a surface. You can use acrylic.
And what is the
water-based.
process? Do you sketch it first or talagang everything is hand... can I see? How do you do it this way exactly?
Opo. Supposedly na-prep yung wall, but most of the time, if alam ko na yung idodrawing ko, and
Ipe-prep mo muna.
yes, this wall has not been prepped, but
Oo.
I can cover it with a lot of things.
So like that, exactly.
Yeah, so this is called freehand.
Freehand, tama.
Although, sketching siya, pero freehand rin yung parang main paint na. Kasi paint na agad po yung ginagamit ko.
And then, what if,
Sorry ma'am, usag lang po kayo.
no,
Baka
what
pinta
if
lang.
you make a
Thank you.
mistake?
Don't be
Mas madali
scared.
lang?
Yeah, don't be scared.
Madali lang bang magbura ng, oops?
Hindi mo siya nabubura, tatakpan niya talaga. So, carry lang, go lang. Don't be scared, it's just paint. Ayun lang po.
Ano ba ang pinaka-goal mo for this? Do you have like, a location or a venue in mind that you wish you could see one of your artworks on one of these days?
I have all of recently na-reach naman po yung dreams, pero a lot of artists really want to paint in Paris.
Oh.
So if ever that we get the budget, etc. Ayun. So mag-iwan po tayo ng artwork sa Paris, sa walls of Paris. Makatabi si Banksy, ganun.
A lot of people in your generation, Ingrid, they're all about creation, pero content creation and social media. What do you think is ano sa tingin mo yung mas meaningful, mas impactful, yung gumawa ng content where you're doing it or gumawa ng content on social media?
I guess we can mix it up. For me, I do social promotions via online. Pero since I also travel, so parang napag-mix ko po siya. It really depends on the product or the service you're going to promote. If it's traveling, of course you have to travel, bring your socials everywhere. But if it's product, then you can just stay at home. Pero for me, I really like sharing na, hey, I got to travel here and I got to experience the culture, for example, dito. And then, yeah, I also like sharing na I met this person, I learned so much, and parang doon na talaga ako natututo on how to live my life.
You were talking about learning. Ito ba'y formal mong pinag-aralan? Or did you start out doing doodles when you were younger and then bigla na lang naging gigantic figures on buildings?
Opo, so I really started since I was in school. I wasn't really a talkative child. Lalaman niyo ng mga teachers ko na lagi lang ako nagdo-drawing sa corner ng classroom, ganun. And then I found out na parang, okay, maybe socializing isn't for me. And then my cousin, Kuya Jomari, thank you so much, tinuruan niya ako paano mural. Then I started taking on solo projects for myself na recognize po ng ibang artists, hey, you can draw, sama ka sa project. And then, yun. I got to learn how to talk to clients by myself. I guess one of the fact is, you know when you're like performing or, kasi this is how we perform.
Yes.
They just compliment you, call for your, or ask for your contact, ganun.
Oo. Is there a living to be made from this?
Yes, definitely. You just have to learn how to use your money. You have to learn how to budget because for me, recently lang po talaga ako nag-earn ng comfortable. So I was like, oh sige, gastos, I deserve this, ganon.
Okay. We're familiar with that attitude.
Opo, parang healing, dahil sa healing ng inner child, 50 na lang nasa wallet ko.
Pesos?
Opo. Hindi, binching ko, ma'am. So, ayun. But my mom's really, sabi, sige, go lang. But one of these days, kailangan mo nang mag-save up for college, mag-save up for this and that.
Oo. Paano nga yung pagpresyuhan nito? Per square meter or square inch? How is it,
Depende po yun sa
Yung
artist,
ten.
ma'am.
Oo.
But definitely, we base it off siguro for normal mural artist na lang din para hindi nyo masyado i-lowball sarili nyo. So, for example, this is like okay lang, pipinturahan ko naman yun.
Yeah.
This is a square feet, 12 by 12 inches.
Oo.
It can range from 500, 300, ang pinakamababa, sana dun na lang. Tapos 500 to 1,000 per square feet.
Square
And
feet.
That's
Okay.
depending on the materials that you're gonna use, how far it is, and even kung gaano karaming details sa isang square feet na yan. For example, this wall, I'm guessing it's about 12 by 24 and will be costing about 40,000 plus.
14,000.
Opo. It's also negotiable. Sana hindi nyo lang i-lowball sarili nyo.
Don't lowball yourselves.
Opo.
Oo, tama. Dapat lang mahirap kaya yan. Tapos hindi pa nababayaran yung creativity syempre ng artist, right? That is priceless. Hindi ba siya dangerous to your health because of the fumes of the paint, or do you paint with a mask? What happens?
It's actually really dangerous to not paint with a mask. I highly recommend, even if it's just acrylic paint, you really have to wear a mask. Because actually, lagi po akong paos because of how much I'm exposed to paints, even lacquer. Lacquer, thinner, etc., all that stuff. So yeah, please do wear mask and even respirators. That's what I highly recommend.
Okay, great. Meron na bang nag-viral na artwork mo? Which ones?
I don't think nag-viral pa po. Parang mid-attention pa lang po.
Yeah, which ones are these?
Siguro yung one is sa Malaysia.
Okay.
And then recently, I got to work with a bank. And yeah, it worked.
Here in the Philippines?
Yes. And I painted for their office, and it's one of my favorite projects because ayun po talaga yung forte ko. Yung design nun, it's doodle, it's colorful, and it changes colors when you use LED light. So
Wow!
yeah, that's what I want to parang gawing signature for myself.
Wow, Ingrid! That is beautiful! Imagine that. Isang oras lang niya po yan nilikha. It's so colorful. It's so Instagrammable. Anybody can really just come over and take a picture with this. Great job!
Thank you po.
With all the difficulties, tsaka yung mga hindi masyadong favorable conditions dito sa studio natin, nagawa to ni Ingrid. Great job, Ingrid. Thank you very, very much. Netizens, for more Kada Umaga updates, i-click lamang po ang subscribe button at i-follow ang Net25 social media pages on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, at pati na rin ang Net25 TV.